So, welcome. Today we have a special episode. We are playing 10 Candles, and before we dive into the game, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. Starting with Ava.
I am Ava Rogers, and I don't know what kind of information you want about me. I've been playing TTRPGs since I was too young to do more than roll the dice for my parents, so you could say I was born into it. And I do a lot of other streaming games and podcasts.
Yes, you do. You are in one of mine that will be coming out soon when this comes out. Very soon, actually. Alright, we got a bit of a circle on my screen, so Shan.
Hi, my name is Shan. I have been playing and designing tabletop RPGs since 2017. Actually, no, since 2016. And you won't hear me yet, but I am on another podcast on the network called Aboard the Opal Star. I am set to show up at some point in the future.
Yeah, I think we'll get a sneak peek in, I want to say, October, November. And then we get to fully meet all of the crew together in the most awkward passive-aggressive introduction I've ever seen in January.
I'm everybody's best friend. That's all everyone needs to know. I'm everyone's best friend in Aboard the Opal Star.
It says it right there on your name tag.
And Ian.
Hi everybody, my name is Ian. I've been playing TTRPGs since 2014. I'm currently playing as Weary, the Artificer Tiefling, in a D&D game for Ballad of the Seven Dice. That's on a stream. And then I'm in Tempest Multi, which is a podcast. And it is
going to be going on Tempest Multi.
Yeah, you might. This will be in Tempest Multi. I play another character in Tempest Multi. I'm playing somebody else now, and I'm interested to see where things go. Listen to season 1; it's really good, and it's almost over.
It actually will be over when this comes out, but there's
no
more
way.
to come.
Sorry, I always forget that podcast time and real life time aren't like real time. So yeah. I was born in, and I'll see you guys later in the.
Oh yeah, I should also mention I'll be in season 2. You'll hear me there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't be.
Sorry about my war crime that I'll commit on day of hour.
Should I actually make that canon?
No. You can't make parts of my life canon. You can't say, yeah, Ian, you will be doing a war crime that day.
You said it. I didn't say it.
Yeah, as a bit. You can't make me do a war crime. You shouldn't make me do a war crime.
Back to it. So, first thing first is we are going to establish traits for the other characters. We start with a positive trait. It will be kind of going around the circle. We will start in a clockwise motion. So, starting with, you are just going to give someone a positive trait that will describe who their character is. It could be a personality trait, like they are kind. They could also be strong or talented, a musician. So traits can define physical characteristics, skills, or knowledge that a character has. And so we're going to start with a positive, and then we're going to swing back around and have a negative trait or a vice. Could be that they're reckless. It could be easily distracted. Things like that. Things that could be a detriment. When you get these, please do write them down. So, starting with Ian, I'm going to say your character is focused.
Shan, your character knows how to do contractor or electrical work. They know how to work with their hands.
Useful skill.
Ava, you are very good at like the fine arts, like painting and sculpture and stuff.
Artistic.
You're very artistic.
Alright.
Now we're going to reverse the order and have negative traits. So, actually, I think it's supposed to be the players giving the trait, so you give one to Shan, Ian, and Ava.
Alright. So, Shan, you have a nicotine addiction.
Awesome.
I say, looking at my electronic cigarettes in front of me.
Ian, no matter what, you're always kind of out for yourself.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Oh, self-centered. I like that.
cool. Ava, much to the reversal of my own, your character has a savior complex.
Alright, so make sure you have those written down, and now let's dive a bit into the scene in which we find ourselves before we take a closer look at these characters. So, you are astronauts aboard the International Moon Base Artemis. Darkness is a frightening thing when it means that your communication with Earth no longer gain responses, and your solar generators are suddenly without fuel. Without the sun, Artemis is dying. Alone, that would be enough. And then they came. One by one, crew members started to vanish. Auxiliary power is running low, but there's still enough left to launch the return rocket and head for home. Assuming there's a home left to return to. Either way, the lights have begun to dim, which means life support isn't far behind. You've got to get power to the rocket and get the rocket off Moon as fast as you can, but that may not be as simple as planned. Some sectors of the station are already without air, and the static laced warnings of your fellow crew members over the intercom caution that there might be damage to one of the hulls. That was the last you ever heard from them. But time is running out, and the station's dying. It's time to move. So as we're standing here in this room, let's create your character concept. What does your character look like? What is their name? And tell us a little bit about them. What do they do on the station?
Is there an order to it, or can anybody just jump in?
If you have one, go for it.
Please jump in.
Okay, cool. Classic. I'd say, not to fall into tropes too heavily, my character is a science officer with some corporate ties that led them onto the moon base. And I think in general, I, he, they pronouns, buzzed hair, very piercing blue eyes, and pretty heavy set build.
Do they have a name?
Their name is, let's do Connor.
So we have Connor the science officer. Who else do we have?
I mean, I feel like it makes the most sense considering that I'm electrical engineering, that I would be... I'm an engineer. I'm like the engineer. I'm the one who fixes things, builds things. Very thin, very wiry, I would say. Very long, just a huge mane of hair. Very Eddie Munson from Stranger Things 4.
Yes.
He, him pronouns. And his name is Lisa Mohigan.
Okay.
He's down for the ride. He works here because this was one of the few jobs that he could find after he lost his last one, so he really needed it. Not the best pay, but it's work.
And it's on the moon, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Ava,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about your character.
Let's see. She, her. She's got long, blonde hair that's, you're pretty sure has died because the roots have begun showing. Oh, I'm blanking on what she does.
She's an artist, and there could be a variety of jobs and professions and people on this moon base. Maybe, like, you came here with family or something?
She's got a younger brother.
Like a culture officer is also something that I've always kind of pictured in these sci-fi scenarios, like somebody who's in charge of making sure that there is a specific human culture being fostered on these vessels.
Or you've been brought to make it feel more homey and more comfortable for people who are having a harder time adjusting in their brain to the fact that they're on the moon.
So I'm a space interior decorator.
If you want to be, you don't have to be.
That sounds... No, I love it. I love it.
So we have science officer, engineer, interior decorator.
And let's go, I need a name for her.
Please don't have it start with an A, otherwise I will call you by the wrong name.
Okay, scratch that. Let's say Rena.
Alright, so now that we know what you look like, we're going to go into the moments, which is picture what event is going to give your character hope. I'll have hope when it could be something as simple as you find a flashlight, it could be something more complex. But moments should encapsulate an event that would be reasonable to achieve and keep it simple enough to where it would be easier to fold it into the story. So it could be a goal your character have, or an experience that your character could grow through, and it should be personal to your character. What would give your character hope in this situation?
Is this one we share or we keep it to ourselves?
You can share.
I think that I would get hope whenever I fixed anything, like not necessarily fix something useful, but was able to kind of like take something that wasn't previously working and then make it work, because it's like if I can fix this small thing, then I can handle this bigger problem.
Similarly, I think Connor would probably get hope whenever they learn more about them.
Capital T them.
Yeah, like any information that they learn about them would probably give Connor hope, because Connor does like to make sure that they're understanding situations.
Know thy enemy.
Yeah.
I've never played 10 Candles before, so this might be a little not relevant to the sort of stories that they tell here, but my thing for Rena is, I think, signs that others are surviving.
You'll find hope when you find proof of other survivors.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know that there are others out there.
Yeah.
That's not just them. And we have one last thing to establish before we get into the story, and that is your brink. Brinks are hidden traits which show what your character may become when pushed to the edge of fear, hopelessness, and desperation. So how we do this one is, this will be private, it's not said out loud, and we're gonna go around the circle and do it. So it's, I've seen you blank. It could be something like, I've seen you cry, I've seen you like panic and leave someone, I saw you helping them. It could be anything. And I'm gonna say we're gonna go counterclockwise with this one. And the special thing is, so mine for Ava is going to be, they've seen you do something. And Ian, you get the chance to establish something that Connor has seen them do.
Oh.
You cannot give them any new weaknesses.
Right.
And they'll be messaging this to each other.
Okay.
So with these, you'll need to keep track of them, because now that you have your two traits, your moment and your brink, you'll be arranging them, because if you, in a roll, you get a 1, you can burn these things to re-roll that, so I don't get the die. The thing with hope is, hope can only be lost if you roll to embrace your brink and then you fail. A success can be counted as getting a 5 or a 6, so you have more room to succeed. But you still lose all of the ones. If the reroll fails, you have been consumed by your brink, so if you don't get any like 5s or 6s, you immediately darken a candle, you lose your hope die, which the hope die, if it's a 5 or 6, can succeed, and you burn your brink, which I think that is the last thing you can be burned. So yeah, brinks may be embraced to re-roll your entire dice pool. If the result is a success, you can keep your brink. If not, it's burned, a candle is darkened, and hope is lost for your character. Does that make sense? You are currently in a room, probably like a break room or other sort of gathering area. As far as you know, it's just the three of you on the station. You haven't heard from anyone in a while, and power is starting to fail. What are you gonna do?
Is there like a monitor nearby or some kind of place for me to check on just the ship systems?
There probably is, if you would like to do the first roll to check the ship systems.
Awesome. So do I roll all 10 die?
Yes.
Okay.
If there are any sixes, it is a success. Any ones, if not re-rolled, go to me. Well, you succeed,
Nice.
but there's also 3 ones in there.
Okay.
Not great.
Cool.
So, a trait can be burned in order to reroll all dice that come up as 1 in a conflict.
And if I don't burn any traits?
You lose the dice, right? They go to Bria.
Yeah. So now everyone will be re-rolling with 7 dice.
Okay. So
Oh.
I don't want to do that.
Oh.
I don't want to do
Oh,
that.
it's a shared dice pool. Okay.
Yeah, it's a communal dice pool.
Oh.
Which trait are you burning?
So then I think what I'm going to do is, I guess, burn the... Would it make sense? Because my first trait that I have in my order be like my positive one. Because to me, that's what I would lean on first, which is my like knowledge of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll burn that trait in order to avoid.
You get to re-roll those 3 ones.
Okay. Okay. Not one.
All right. Yeah. So you have succeeded, and I don't have any dice. So, as you are checking the panel, you get to describe what happens.
Okay. So I look at the panel. I spend a few minutes just trying to go through. I'm trying everything. I'm looking at every nook and cranny in the ship.
Doing that, you would be able to see where the airless rooms are.
How much of the ship is like airless? Like how much of it has glass? Would I get to decide that?
Or at least that's showing as what you're able to tell through the system. You have narrative control.
So, yeah, I look through and I see that, one, I can't find any, at least whatever system is in place that usually allows vital signs to be monitored. It either isn't working or there are no vital signs showing throughout the rest of the ship. And about 75% of the ship is either without air or fallen to like a critical point. We are luckily in a section of the ship that has not gotten to a critical point, but we are bridging that gap very, very fast.
Will reiterate, you are on a moon base, not a spaceship.
Not a spaceship. I meant a base, not a ship. So, yeah, the base, most of it is without air. Like, 3/4 of it, 3/4 of it are either without air or in critical condition, and we are in a section of the base that is still doing mostly okay, but it could turn south very, very fast.
What is everyone else doing? Because your goal right now is getting to the generator room to get power to the ship so you can get off the moon.
I think Connor's been looking at some schematics of the base and trying to chart a course to get them out of here. It's more so a situation of like, the base is a lost cause, whatever these things are, they're not letting up. When you get to that generator room and then out as soon as possible. So there's some clear frustration in their eyes as they're like looking over the scans and everything. Please tell me you got some good news from the computer, Lisa?
Well, I mean, we're okay for now, but, you know, I would say that the rest, I mean, you know, it's critical. The rest of the base is in, I would say, critical condition, which means we probably won't be able to breathe if we leave, like, this sector of the base.
Oh, goodness. And I go over to the computer and just like start crossing off rooms on the schematics that are airless. And that kind of helps me formulate a path, hopefully, that can lead to the generator without us choking in space.
It would make sense for a space station to have places where you could maybe get vac suits just in case.
Oh, true. So we have two choices. We can take a pretty convoluted route, avoiding any of the airless sections, or we can stop by the hangar, grab some vac suits, make the rest of the trip that way. But I don't fancy going into a wide open space.
We take the longer route.
Longer route it is.
There might be survivors.
Right.
We can't be the only ones.
How long has it been since we've heard from people? 2 hours?
It's a little hard to tell time because I'm not sure if any of the clocks are working correctly, but it's been a couple of hours since you last heard from people warning you that damage might have been done to one of the halls.
Survivors or not, they're gonna fall in line and we're gonna get out of here. There's no time for any petty fights. Anybody you didn't like in the colony is now your best friend. We gotta get out of here.
So you gather up whatever things you happen to have on you, and you're heading out. Who is leading the way?
I think Connor would want to, but I don't know if anybody wants to challenge that.
I think I would challenge it because,
Lisa knows where we're going.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know the ins and outs of the base. I think better than anybody at this point because I fix everything.
Ooh, okay.
I designed everything.
Yeah, well, I built what you designed.
But Rena's not challenging Lisa. She wants him to lead because he's the one that's got a good idea of the sectors that have air and don't.
Okay, cool.
All right,
She's just being pedantic.
roll the 10d6. Let's see how this goes.
We're just gonna make you roll all the dice every time.
Wait, yeah.
Whoa, so many sixes.
Ooh.
That's good.
Just one, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Damn.
Yeah, I don't think you should burn something for just 1-1.
Nah.
I don't think I'm going to.
All right, so what happens as you start leading the way?
So as you go through, I think we all are kind of caught off guard by how little oxygen there is once we start leaving this sector compared to the rest of the ship. Still breathable, but I feel like we're all starting to get just a tad lightheaded the further we go from this sector into the rest of the base. As we go, right in the middle of this map that Connor has created for us, we do hear one of the rooms. There is a banging sound coming from one of the doors that we all know to be a crew quarters area. So I kind of stop us and I turn and I'm like, are we opening or are we leaving them behind?
You can hear faint shouting behind the door. Let me out! Let me out!
Rena's immediately going to open the door, by the way.
I stick a hand in the way. Does that room have air?
Of course it has air. You can hear them, can't you?
Answer the question, Lisa.
I look at the map and I look there and I say, this is one of the rooms that is in dire critical condition. And it's been hours since we've heard anybody. So it could be a survivor, but they are inches from suffocating if they are.
Or they could have been able to get some kind of vac suit.
Or they could have gotten like a vac suit or some kind of help, but it seems like they're trapped in this room, so I don't know.
All right, Rena. You would like. Let's see if we can find somebody else to join us.
So, gonna open the door?
Yes.
Give me the 96.
Oh, is that me now?
Yeah.
But I don't want to be
You're
responsible
opening
for
the
any
door.
ones.
It's fine. No one's making it out of this alive.
Uh-oh.
I have complete hope that I'm going to make it out of this.
Uh-oh.
So,
Oh.
Alright.
would you like to burn a trait to reroll those ones?
Yeah,
Wait.
no. My fine
Is
arts
that-
degree means nothing.
Oh wait, I think you need one more d6.
Nope, that's 9.
Is it?
We lost one, remember?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. That might be
My
worth
fine
burning
arts
for.
degree means nothing right now.
Goodbye, fine arts.
Whoever said the arts were useful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you have burned that, and you get to reroll 4 dice.
Okay. That's good. It's fine.
Alright. So, as you open the door, what happens?
So get the door open, and the person who's been banging on it comes basically falling out of that room, and they're in an ill-fitted suit, like they're a child in a suit sized for an adult, and immediately like scramble up, holding on to Rena's leg and just crying.
Thank you. It was really scary in there. What's going on? Where is everyone?
It's okay, honey. We're gonna get out of here. Everything is going to be fine. We will keep you safe.
Where is everyone? What's going on?
Everything will be fine. It's okay.
As you calm the child, they do calm, but they also stay glued to you.
Hmm.
So now you have a small child.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of whisper to Rena, so the kid doesn't hear. And just when the child calms down a little bit, ask them about what they saw. Any information might help.
I'm not going to re-traumatize them.
I think this whole situation is traumatizing.
And there's no need to make it worse.
I really think adding a little bit of salt to a pile of salt doesn't really change the outcome much.
It increases the amount of sodium.
Are we ready to keep going?
Yeah, sure. Connor was holding back a lot of tension from that. Of no, I will not ask the child questions. And Connor just grumbles and moves forward.
Rena will pick up the child, though they're a little bit too big for that.
Oh,
I'm still down to keep leading.
Alright, 96.
Alrighty. Okay. It's 2 1s.
You gonna burn something, or?
do we want to lose two?
You did succeed.
Yeah.
Would I burn my negative trait? What would happen if I burned my negative trait?
You have one less thing to burn.
Yeah, it doesn't take away your character trait. It's just one of your resources.
Bye, nicotine addiction.
Hey, you get to reroll 2d6 and see how that goes.
I did it. I'm cured.
Ooh, you got another 6. I was kind of hoping that was going to be a 1. I want more dice.
Goodbye nicotine, hello adrenaline.
Alright, so, as you continue on, what happens?
As we continue on, our goal is to get to the area where the ship to take us off base could be.
You're trying to get to the generator room because you need to
Yeah.
get more power to the ship so you can get off the van.
As we approach the generator room, we do hear a cacophonous echo of footsteps coming from behind us. And as that happens, I'm like, oh, okay, we need to run. And we all immediately kind of start running into the nearest open room, which is the generator room. And we shut the door behind us, and as we do, there is a coming from the other side.
I think along with the, let us in!
Yeah.
What do y'all do now?
I just start going to the generator. I'm not thinking about that.
Alright.
So, in the generator room, I'm going to look for any kind of protective equipment or vac suits or something. Anything that we can use to, in case we get stuck in a critical area, at least hold back. I'm thinking oxygen mask, anything that we can use.
Alright, give me you were still at 96 to see how it goes looking for equipment.
Sure am. Ugh. Okay, that is a success with 2 1s. I'm going to burn focused to reroll the 2-1.
Okay.
Alright.
So, what do you find? What happens?
So I'm pretty okay with this success. So I'll say we find the kid is already in a vac suit. So I say we find like enough vac suits for all of us, and then alongside of that, there's like a blurry photo of them. Connor probably looks at it and gets kind of excited and pockets it. Like if there's somebody had a Polaroid camera, it's like broken now. And it's like scattered across the floor, but there is a photo that got stuck between the grating.
I will drop the hint that the only thing they seem to be afraid of is light, and the lights are starting to flicker.
I'm gonna start working on the generator.
Give me the roll. You are still at 96. You've not had a candle go out. Y'all have fairly good luck with the dice.
We're doing fine.
Oh!
One more die. Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Have you reached your hope or burned your brink yet? I don't know if you have anything you can burn.
I don't have anything I can burn. I'm actually at my brink at this point.
You can embrace your brink to re-roll the dice pool.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
I say knowing exactly what your brink is.
Yeah, so you can re-roll all of it and see if you get any 6s.
I mean, this is too important not to. So then, yeah, I guess I'm gonna do that. I don't know how to make my brink happen though. I need to embrace my brink if I want to re-roll. So
Yeah, but if you fail, you lose all hope.
okay. Okay.
I might just have to take it.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a dice pool of 9.
Yeah, so
So if you
Yeah.
re-roll all, we have an 81% chance of success.
True.
So which means we failed on an 81% chance of success once already.
Thanks, Alien RPG. Making me really feel like an XCOM player right now.
I know, right?
What's that? I missed with 99 and the gun right in the alien's face? Okay.
I hate it so much. It's so irritating.
I mean, technically it can happen, but boy, does it hurt my brain.
99% chance to hit is just a 1% chance to miss.
Exactly.
Are you going to embrace your brink?
I'm going to embrace my brink, and I am going to do something kind of mean that makes the most sense to me. So as I'm going through, you guys see me just completely mess up on something, and I'm angry, and I slam my fist down onto the generator, and you can see that I'm starting to unravel a little bit. Just as that happens, the kid that's with us walks over and tries to comfort me, and I push him really hard down onto the ground. And I'm like, don't come near me right now. And I'm going to re-roll.
Child is not injured. Child is freaked out. Child is not harmed.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hurt the kid. It was just I couldn't do anything else in my mind.
Alright, you get to re-roll the dice pool.
Okay.
Succeeded, and
We only lost one.
get
There we
another
go.
dice. Hooray. So you're now down to 86, but if you're okay. When a brink is embraced, it must be re-rolled. If it's successful, the conflict is successful. You lose all 1 day, and so yeah, you get to keep your brink.
Okay.
It's not gone, and it is your turn to narrate what happens.
Part of my narration, can I give the group a interesting choice to make?
If you want to, absolutely.
I hate devil's bargains.
I love them.
I call Rena and Connor, I call you guys over. And you guys can see there's like sweat kind of dripping down. I'm very, very stressed out and nervous. And I say, I can get us enough power to to definitely get out, we will lose the light.
What do you mean by the light?
The lights will no longer flicker, they will be off.
Being it's a moon base, does it switch to that like creepy like red emergency light when all the lights go off?
Possibly. Depends on if you are rerouting all power from the station.
I'm rerouting as much power as I can to keep us mostly alive as we make ourselves. Like, if there's any problems with our suits, if they malfunction, then we would still have a tiny bit of saving grace. But no matter what, in order for us to have enough power, we're going to have to lose the lights. Or I can divvy it up, and then we might make it back on the ship off, but there is a chance that it could fail. But whatever they are would not be able to mess with us as much.
I will add the caveat of there might be other lights in here, potentially, if you choose the for sure getting off the moon.
We need to try and find flashlights or something before we make this decision. Otherwise, she looked at the child, screwed either way.
Raina, do you want to roll to see if you find any flashlights?
Yes, and she's gonna try and make it a game for the child to help her, just to try and keep his mind off of what is going on. We're gonna try and make it a game.
Alright, roll 8d6.
I take out a cigarette. I am smoking.
Oh, fuck!
You know,
We're fine. This is fine. It's fine.
it's fine.
We're fine.
It's fine.
Let's
Fine.
burn my savior
Let me-
complex.
Okay, yeah.
And that just
That's-
rerolls the ones, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you can re-roll all dice that come up with a 1 in a conflict.
This is a fun game so far.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
This is why I don't like being the one to roll the dice.
So we lose 2 ones, and then a candle goes out.
Yep.
And there's no flashlights.
1 candle has gone out. You
Okay.
have not found any flashlights, and
No, wait, no, I did. But no batteries.
Oh.
whoever's banging on the door, it's getting louder and louder. You know, they're about to come through. There is another way out, but you need to act now and decide what you're going to do before you run. Otherwise, you won't be able to reroute power.
Okay.
We have to take our chances. We can't lose the lights.
Yeah. No. I'm fine with keeping an even mix and maybe not making it. I'm not gonna die on the way. I want to get there and we can figure out a solution.
Okay.
You just hear, "Let me in, let us in, let me in, let me in."
I reroute the power, and 75% of it goes to the ship. The rest of it goes to having more stable lights. And then
Okay.
off we go.
Big GTFO.
Woo!
Who is leading the way out of the generator room through the other door?
Yeah, I think seeing that Lisa's having a bit of a time,
I'm fine.
Connor just steps forward and goes, "Just keep smoking and calm down."
As you say that, I finish the cigarette, put it out on the wall, and then take out another one. As we climb through the vents.
It's electronic cigarettes, lighting up an actual cigarette in a space station.
I like that we have our vac suits on, but they're not closed yet. So we have the little filter up.
No, mine's fully closed. I am hotboxing myself.
Oh, okay. Well, that's your deal.
I think Rena is out the door first with the kid in her arms.
Yeah.
All right, roll me 8d6.
Oh shit.
No, 7. You're at
Yeah.
7 now.
No, I lost 2 on that roll, so
Oh, you.
Oh, so
we're
at
down to
6.
6.
Oh, gee. Oh, beans.
So
I don't
Give me
wanna.
you got it. You're taking charge.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so you got 2, but I get to roll as well to see if I get narrative control of this success. I
Oh,
do
no.
not. What happens?
Oh, okay. So we're going down these off branches, not a direct route even from the route we had before. We're even more off course from our destination.
Pause. We need to rewind because I forgot a thing that happens when a candle darkens.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
We
Oh,
go
no.
around and we have to tell truths. So we're establishing truths. And we have to establish 10 of them. And so it always starts with the world is dark. And then we are just going to go around until we have 10 truths established. Ian, give us the truth.
The survivors are minimal. Even if there are any, there's maybe 1 or 2 besides us.
They think together.
That actually fits really nicely with the one that I came up with because they can travel through any shadows they see. Just to throw in a little chaos.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
You will have to travel through an airless room to
Oh,
get to
no.
the ship.
Oh. After that airless room is an employee lounge with snacks.
If they touch you, it's over.
Ah.
Thanks, I love that.
But it's not over instantly. And the child has been touched and is infected with whatever it is.
Oh no.
And will eventually turn.
Oh no.
That is a bigger one.
Wait, is the truth that there is a bigger one?
I think it was like that was a bigger truth than what we've gotten so far.
Oh, I was like, the truth is there's a bigger one. I was like, no! Why is that worse?
Many of them were once you.
Ooh.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
Fire slows them down. It doesn't stop them, it just slows them down. Is that okay? Can it be a sort of weakness? Is that allowed?
Well, it fits because their only weakness is light.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're specifying. And so for the final truth, the world is dark.
And we are
And
alive.
we are
We're
alive
alive.
for now.
So, go back to narrating what was happening. As Rena has the child and is running down the sorry, I forgot that was.
Yeah, so we're taking a side passage, a side route, and we come to a closed airlock door that stops us for a moment, and we hear the door behind us crashing open,
Ugh.
and the next room does not have air.
Oh,
So what are you going to do?
I close up my vac suit and try to use my admin permissions to hard force the door open.
Rena's making sure the
Roll.
kid's vac suit is.
It's 6 right now, right?
Yep.
You're 66.
Oh boy. Okay, that's not great.
You gonna burn your see if that'll be a 6?
Statistically, it's not a great chance.
I mean, well, you could at least get it to be not a 1.
It's true. I could get it to be not a 1, so
What do you have left to burn?
I'm gonna burn out for myself and re-roll 1 dice. Oh, all right.
Ah!
We're
my
good.
God.
We're fine.
Dang it!
Never punished. We're fine.
That's that rare 17% chance hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tap my vac suit close. I make sure everybody's vac suit is closed. And I admin force the door open. And it does that thing where suddenly there's no sound anymore because just the air is gone.
It just sucked all the air out of the hallway too,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. And that, I don't know if that deters the creatures any. I don't think it does. This room is literally there's a rupture in it. There is an airlock on the other side leading to an employee lounge. This used to be the gym. So most of the gym equipment has formed this lattice work of metal that is just slammed into the side of the building where all the air escaped from. And whatever is still bolted to the ground, we can kind of use to like maneuver and pull ourselves along. The gravity doesn't work as well here either. And I think there's, besides the gym equipment on one side that's kind of like all coalesced together, the room is uninhabited. Like there's a couple of things. There's no people in this room though.
What about light?
What about light? I'll say because the air escaped and it ruptured, the emergency lights are on instead of regular lights, because there's no point in powering a room that doesn't have air in it with like full artificial lighting to help people out. So the light is just blood red because it's just emergency lighting.
Ambiance.
Yay!
I love a good sci-fi horror. Like this is a delight.
This is amazing.
I'm so into this. I love it every time. That's why I like rolling so much. I love getting to do this.
So, you're in what is left of the gym. There's a giant hole in the wall. Blood red light everywhere. What do you do?
I grab a pole, a metal pole. I don't know. I don't go to the gym, so like I don't know what you use.
It would probably be the bar.
Yeah, the
yeah,
bar.
the bar people used to do the
Thing.
The bar that you hold like this and you put the weights on.
Yeah, you lift it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I grabbed that just
Yeah.
not because I think it'll actually be effective if we run into them, but because of the comfort of having something that is weapon-like helps me.
I think we don't know if there's one around, so do you want to give a roll to see if you can find something to help navigate?
Ooh.
Sure.
Still got 66.
Not liking how our luck suddenly has turned.
Not at all.
I guess I could punt the kid again.
I am
really
holding
fling
the
that kid. Fling that kid into space.
Does it have to be a child? I'll say you, Brain, can have some wiggle room. It doesn't have to be the child.
It doesn't have to be punt the child every time.
You can smack your fellow players.
The kid is infected, so.
Foil, yeah. This
You don't
is
know that.
Dead
No
kid
one knows
We
that.
don't
We
know
don't.
that.
But I'm just saying,
That's
if you're
cool.
talking
Yeah,
lines
no.
and children, then we have infected a child.
I mean, the kid's gonna die off screen. We know that ahead of time.
I'm gonna go back to my drink, but I'm not going to hit someone else. I'm going to essentially start having a panic attack. And as that's happening, as I'm trying to look and I can't find anything, I like bang my head on the wall, and part of my suit the like glass of my suit starts to break, but it's not broken yet.
That's not good.
Right, you get to re-roll a single die.
No, when you embrace your brink, you reroll.
It's
Oh
all
yeah,
of
you
your
get to
dice.
re-roll all
Hey,
of them. Okay.
that's much more acceptable.
I succeeded, but we lost one.
What happens?
After I hit my head, I look down, and I do see that there is a. Because like I was rolling, was I rolling for navigation or was I rolling for finding like a weapon?
Yeah, resources.
Finding something you could use to get across is what it sounded like you were going for, like something that you could use to either get across or defend yourself. So whichever Lisa was looking for.
Ooh, you could find a flare.
That's what I was. Yeah. So I look down.
Yeah.
And I see an obviously discarded flare that has a single flare in it, and then beside it, I do see a security ID tag was dropped for someone named Henry Bevins.
Not Henry.
I assume he's dead.
Well, you're not entirely sure if dead is what is happening to the people, but
Anybody that's turned into that monster is dead to me.
fair enough.
In my soul, they're very dead.
You have found a flare and a security ID. What is everyone else doing as you are floating across this very creepy room? It probably has, like, weights and smaller piece of equipment floating around.
I think, because one of my hopes is to, like, find out more about these things. I know they're still in the hallway, so as we're making our way across, I try to catch a glimpse of them as we try to leave the room.
Very Wayland, you Yutani on me, and that's making me nervous.
I literally said science officer with corporate ties in my character description.
Yeah, he's a corporate agent.
Oh yeah.
There might also be like kind of like a window in the door, maybe. So
Mhm.
if you would like to roll as you flip back to look, as you look.
I rolled 3 successes, but 3 failures.
Oh, no! I look over to Rena and I'm like, if anything goes south, we push him in. I'm just kidding. I don't.
So Connor, can I use my bring?
When a character's ready to live their moment, a conflict roll is required. If the roll is successful, yeah, does your brink apply to this situation?
I think it's been like maybe not this situation, but then again, the risk is pretty high because then it could turn around and we could just fail and I could die.
Yeah.
And this is a success; it just lowers our future chances of success. So it's not a cool situation to be in because it's like it bumps things down a lot, or I die. And I am out for myself, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it.
All right. So you succeed, and I get.
All right. So I turn around and like peek through the window as we're making our way across the room, and I catch a glimpse of them. And I don't want to go like too heavy into the descriptors.
Wait, I think you rolled too many die. You'll have 5.
Oh
We had
no!
5.
Do you want me to re-roll it, or how do you want me to handle it?
Let's re-roll that, because
Okay. There we go.
you still
Much
succeed.
better.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank God.
And you
Alright.
only lose 1 die.
Yeah, so I think I turn around and I catch a glimpse of them, and they are off-putting in such a sense as a lot of them have vac suits on, and parts of them are just coming out of vac suits. Like, most people manage to get their vac suits on, and then whatever this thing happened, and they are just starting to extend out. Some of them are still kind of pressed into their suits, but the rest are starting to extend outward. And Connor probably takes out a quick scan device and like snaps some photos of them, and then turns around and follows everybody out.
So you gain a hope die, which is a single die, one particular die that you will have to roll separately so you know which one it is.
All right.
And if you get a 5 or a 6 on that one,
Mhm.
5s will also count as success.
Ooh. Cool.
And so long as you do not fail on a brink roll, you cannot lose that die.
Nice.
The only way you could lose hope is if you fail on a roll to embrace your brink.
Okay.
So, Rena, what are you doing?
So Rena is going to tell the child, hold on tight. And she's laser focused on getting to the next room. Making sure the child's safe, so she's just moving.
I guess I'm following in behind Rena.
So, Rena, roll as you attempt to navigate across this room.
Yeah, okay. And we're down to 4, right?
Yep.
That's a failure.
Yeah, you didn't get any ones, so I don't know if you can re-roll.
Technically, I'm at my brink, but I don't think it really applies in this situation.
Yeah, not quite.
You could make it work, but that would be a huge sacrifice.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say at this moment you are unable to get across the room. Another candle goes out. Now it's time for truths. This time we have 8. So the first truth is that the world is dark.
The next truth is that there's a weapons cache pretty close to the ship. The room before.
The kid is gonna change soon.
Taking mine. Well, let's point out a pretty obvious truth. Rena's scared shitless.
Power may not be as steady as you think it is.
Oh no. Connor thinks Lisa, after 2 instances of major freakouts, thinks Lisa is compromised and wants to take charge soon. He's 2 steps from going game over, man.
over, man. Game over.
Game over.
How many truths are we at?
You are 6. So we are telling 8 truths this time.
I will use the flare at the first sign of any one of us being remotely them-like.
Oh.
Serena sees this kid as her brother, though he's not, and will do anything to protect him.
Oh, Bean.
Only a few people on this station have actually died. The rest are them.
Oh, that's not good for the numbers game here.
Not at all.
Yeah. We're down to 4 dice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
The world is dark.
Yeah, it is. But we're still alive.
We're still alive.
We're still alive.
Alright, so as you are trying to find your way across, you hear the door that you shut behind you clang down, and they're coming for you. But they can't move as quickly through the space, and they seem to be trying to shy away from the emergency lights, which are on the floor.
Oh.
And you are
That's
going to
cool.
have to move quickly if you want to stay away from them. And Rena, the kid next to you, is not as freaked out by this as you think they should be.
That's fine. It's just shock.
What are you all going to do?
The second I see them, like I see them break through that door, I feel like the only thing that I would do would be to shoot the flare.
Oh, yeah.
Give me the roll.
We run out of dice.
We're at 4?
4d6, yes. And you still have 8 candles left.
I
Yeah,
know.
when we run out of dice, we just keep going until we have a bad time.
Oh,
We have a bad time,
can
guys.
you do anything?
I don't know how I could lash out at this point against somebody. Unless somebody was, like, near me and I could just punch them, which I don't think makes narrative sense.
You did run forward and shoot a flare.
I don't think there's anything I can do.
So, with that, as you try and shoot a flare, another candle has gone out.
Oh, jeez. We lose 2 dice.
Yes, you do.
Oh, beans.
Man, we were really killing it in the beginning, you guys.
We were running hot, but then we weren't anymore.
This game goes very poorly very quickly.
It's a failure cascade.
Exactly. So I'm going to say you shoot the flare and it backfires
Ooh.
and it damages your air intake. It's not immediate death, but you're starting to lose oxygen, and I believe it is time for more truths. We are at 7, so the world is dark.
Connor was paid to experiment with them, but Connor did not do their job correctly, as capitalism is wont to do, and they got out because of Connor's negligence.
I will also add, you can use these truths to give yourself things. So you cannot use a truth to undo the roll you just failed, but you can establish something that might help you not die. Like, you can give yourself another flare or a flashlight or something.
Yeah, I think what happens is, as that flare backfires, the one truth is, the backfired flare does knock me back, I guess, to a single working flashlight that had floated up into a corner of the room. So I have a flashlight that I'm going to use that I found.
All right.
So, the suit that the child has on has a flashlight clipped to its belt.
The flare did startle them, even if it didn't injure them. So it bought you a few seconds.
I will say that my intention was to injure them, not just to startle them, so it's still a
Yeah.
failure.
We've been doing something wrong. Whenever a new scene begins, the communal pool of player dice refills to the number of currently lit candles.
Oh.
That's how this game lasts longer than 2 hours.
My bad.
Oh man, we were running on empty.
I
I'm not
bought
gonna lie,
the book
though.
at the beginning of this, and I've been skimming it this entire time when I'm not
Okay.
doing anything.
My apologies. We'll fix that for the next scene. Apologies, listeners. I missed that bit.
Yeah, we've been playing on hard mode.
Yeah, still a cool game. Y'all should buy it. We're really good at this game.
I mean, we can keep playing it on hard mode.
We're
or
really
we
good
can
at
go
dying
back.
tragically simulator, I think I'll have you know.
I still keep the dice I've been given, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's just your pool that
So we'll go
refills.
back up to 7, which is still not ideal.
Yeah.
It's better than 4.
That's true. It would have been 2.
Ian.
Yeah.
Ian. Truth.
Oh yes, my truth. There's an engineer that left a vac suit repair kit in the employee lounge that we're about to go into. Yeah, if we make it out of this gym.
Yeah.
If I find out that this is Connor's fault, I will kill him.
Ooh, yeah.
The child has begun to turn.
The world is dark.
We're still
We're
alive.
We're still alive.
Woo!
So, they have moved back a bit, so you have some time. Lisa has been kind of propelled across the room. What are you going to do?
So, I think now would be a good time for Rena to notice that flashlight on the kid's belt, and let's pray to God it's got working batteries.
Give me the roll.
Yep,
That's an uncertain outcome.
yep. We're up to 7, right? That's how many candles we've got left. Just 7. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, half my life.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and you don't have anything, so... Well,
Yeah, because my brain
Yeah,
doesn't really
Yep.
apply.
so... Another candle goes out.
Sure does.
We're burning through them real quick now.
Woo!
Yeah.
Turns out the hard mode was inside of us all along.
No, the hard mode was an RNGesus.
One of us needs to go make a candle run pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, we're running a little low.
Why does that thing have working batteries?
You go to flip the flashlight on,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't work, and when you look at it, someone took the batteries out.
Oh, the kid. Oh no. That's so much worse.
Serena does laugh, but it's that slightly hysterical kind of this can't be fucking happening.
And you see the kid turned.
Oh, she's been
boy.
holding him. She's
Oh,
had
no.
him latched onto her while in this so that she could get him across this room.
Mhm.
And so, let's get to the truths. The world is dark.
Sure is.
Oh boy. Oh god, I can't believe we're already back here.
I know, right?
No time at all.
We're never gonna make it out of the gym.
My worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much for not dying on the way.
I was gonna say don't remind me that I need to work out because I do need to work out. Ooh, this will be fun. All the pressure from all the metal from the gym equipment is starting to tear away at the holes, so eventually this room is gonna open up even wider. Which I don't know if there's stuff out on the surface of the moon that might be interested in that, but the room will open up wider soon.
I can easily bypass any locks on doors because I'm the electrician. I know how the base works, so I can get us through the door relatively quick.
They have gotten over that flinch from the flare and have begun creeping closer again.
All right.
This station is not the only place they've taken over.
Ooh. Oh, this might be interesting. Whenever a new one turns, they all stop to connect together.
This grouping isn't the only grouping, and there are more throughout the rest of the base, maybe even near the ship.
The world is dark.
We're still
But we're
alive.
still alive.
Woo!
Rena, as you realize that someone took the batteries out of this flashlight, the kid turns to you and says, "Why are you running? Why don't you just let us in?" And the kid's now got a grip on you.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
And the others, they are starting to draw closer to Connor and Lisa as well.
Woo!
What do you do? Who's going to take charge of this panic?
I'm trying to figure out a way to do this that isn't completely suicide. But also she's got that savior complex, so...
You have the savior complex.
Oh,
Does anybody else want to try something?
Oh yeah.
Well,
While you decide, I think I'm definitely just gonna run out. I'm leaving the gym. It doesn't matter if I leave them behind. I'm leaving this space.
question. Are you going to go try and go through the door or through the breach?
I'm going through the door because the breach. I can't guarantee there's gonna be another breach out there.
The breach would just get you out of the station.
Yeah, which I don't know if there's another breach that I can find my way back in.
There's always airlocks.
The rocket is outside of the station.
Oh, really? I didn't know. Okay. In that case, I'm...
You have to leave the station briefly to get to the rocket, because...
Oh, but there was a room full of goodies. Well, I don't... My character doesn't know about the room full of goodies, so... I am gonna run out onto the lunar surface.
Alright, give me the roll to see.
Alright, 6 dice. Hey. I'm
You got
fine.
one success.
I'll take it.
Ooh, I get another die. Also, I
Yeah.
need to roll, because you did succeed, but... How many sixes did you get?
One.
Only one.
So, I have narrative control, unless you want to darken a candle to seize control.
Oh,
To
jeez.
narrate how you managed to get out.
No, I'll give you the reins.
Alright, so you are able to kind of just push off of different pieces of equipment, dislodging them somewhat. Now there's big pieces of equipment starting to float around. And you get out of the breach, and you look around to see, and you can see the rocket. But you can also see there are several of them on the roof.
Oh, God.
And they all just turn to look at you as you make it out. But you are no longer in the gym. Congratulations.
Yay, that's so much better. Woo!
And I'm going to say you're more focused on getting to the rocket, so that's all you notice for now. What is everyone else doing? Lisa, as Connor just joops on out through the breach, what do you do?
I'm going to turn on my flashlight and just whip it around the room. Whip that light around the room and see what happens.
Well, she hasn't done anything yet. She tried a flashlight, it didn't work. She hasn't yet. If you'd like, I could take my action first.
Give me the roll. Because there is a flashlight.
Gotta make sure the
Does it
flashlight
have
has
batteries?
Woo!
Oh, nice. Oh, we only have 5 dice, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you guys, is it worth it to darken a candle?
Still fine. Woo!
I get narrative control, though. You succeed. I get to narrate.
Oh!
How many dice do you have right now, Brianna?
4?
Oh, she's got more than that.
I've got 8 to be able to save yourself from bad times. It's up to you.
Oh, you cumulatively get to keep all the dice we lose, even after we reset.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hers
Oh,
don't reset.
that's cool. All right, look at me learning the way this game works.
Are you gonna seize control, or do you let me narrate?
I'll let you narrate.
Alright.
Oh, beans.
Oh, beans indeed.
Oh, beans.
You swing the light around and it catches several of the suits and they like reel back. But then you notice there's a bit of darkness that seemed to be coming out of them, and it just starts to slide out of the suits, coalesce into a single shadowy bang. And they are going to spread out and start encircling you. You will have a small space in which you can get out. Well, I will say they're staying away from the beam of where your flashlight is, so they're moving around that, so you do have a way to make an escape for yourself, but they now consider you a threat. And Rita, what are you doing as Lisa is just starting to get ganged up on by shadows? And the little kid is asked, why don't you just let us in? Just with a creepy smile on their face.
So...
Except, I'm gonna say, the voice no longer sounds like the child.
Yeah.
You just hear in your head.
Like I said, I'm trying to find a way to work this that's not entirely suicide, but it might just be entirely suicide.
No!
We're still alive.
So sad.
Yeah?
Well, because what she's going to do... She's going to try and distract them so that Lisa can get out.
Ooh.
And, like, pull their attention to her
God, why wasn't it Connor?
so that he can get out.
Give me the roll.
And it might just boil down to inviting the kid in. We're at, what, 4 dice now? God. I got a success and no ones.
Hey, nice.
Yay.
Gonna take that control, though.
Yeah, shit. Oh man, what a cool way to stack the
I mean, we don't know.
hat against us, you know?
Actually, no, you get control.
Oh.
Really?
I only got 1/6, so you get to narrate what happens as you are attempting to distract them away from Lisa.
Instead of responding directly to what used to be a child, she cries out for Lisa to run and makes for... She's trying to widen the gap so that he can have an easier time to get out, so she'll, like, well, let's say tackle a couple of them that are in that vicinity and just get them out of his way, widen that breach for him to get out. And she's still got this child, like, latched to her back.
You are able to do that. And what does it look like as you do that?
Well, she's not very physically inclined. I mean, fine arts, internal decorator. But also, you don't get on a station like this being completely incapable, and you have to stay in shape to reduce the effects of low gravity and all of that. But also, it's not a graceful tackle, and she's more or less just in a whole pile of shadowy figures on the ground. Not quite sure which is her, with all the spacesuits being identical.
Lisa, what do you do?
There's nothing I can do to help her, is there?
If you can try. You have a flashlight.
Look.
You don't have to listen to what she said.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing. I don't want to... I feel like, because if it fails, then I'm undermining everything you just did.
Throw away the sacrifice.
Yeah, I'm loving every minute.
What, you mean during a sci-fi panic moment? We would undermine each other's... this is so much fun. I'm having a blast.
What are you gonna do? You gotta act.
I'm not going to rush and try and save you, because I think it's moot at this point. There's too many of them around, and if they... I don't know what happens if they catch us. And you're, like, submerged in them. I put my flashlight near you as I run past. And then I'm going to try and get into the employee lounge beyond the gym.
Ooh.
I will have you roll to see what is in the employee lounge. You will be able to open the door either way, but give me that roll.
How many die do we have now? 4?
4.
4 has not been reset. We have not had another candle go out yet.
Although we did establish earlier that there are snacks in the break room.
If you want to go in the break room, yeah, pick up a little snack and
3 6s, 1 4. Come at
Woo!
me, shadow monsters.
All right.
only upsides, never punished.
What happens when Lisa opens the door?
When Lisa opens the door, the fluorescent light from the room streams in, presumably in a path that also includes Rena. So that could help, potentially, depending on what happens with Rena. But it doesn't last too much longer because I do run in. I look back at Rena and I give her kind of one last nod, and I hope that she can make it. And then I shut the door.
Oof.
All right.
While this is all happening, we're still at 4 dice, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm out of the actual base itself. I'm on the edge of it. I'm trying to look and see if I can find like a rover or something to like outpace them.
Yeah, go for it.
Because we're on the moon. Who doesn't love a moon rover? That's not good.
Well, you could argue that your hope, you have lived your hope.
Oh, you're right. I totally forgot to roll my hope, which I did get a 5.
Hey.
In that case, you do succeed.
Oh, shoot. And then you take control. It's big money, no whammies. Let's go.
Yeah, well, that just depends. Do I get more than 1 6?
I hope this rover's out of gas.
I only got 1 6.
Woo! Alright, I find a rover, and the keys are inside, and I'm gonna try to meet the rest of them if they're gonna make it at the ship. Otherwise, I'm just going straight for the hangar.
All right. So, Lisa's in the break room. Connor's on the rover. Rena,
Yeah.
you are surrounded by them. What are you going to do?
Woo!
At this time, she's going to reach for the flashlight that Lisa left.
Okay. It's been confirmed that the flashlight does have batteries.
Yes, and it's on.
Yes, it is. I did not turn it off.
Yes.
So she's going to grab it and try to free herself from these grips.
Start swinging it around
Yep.
and pushing her way out. Okay.
Yep.
Give me the roll.
Yep.
The door is shut, but it is not locked in hopes that Rena makes it. But if Rena doesn't make it in a good amount of time, then I will be sealing it.
I got a success.
Oh, boy.
Rena succeeded.
Oh, boy.
And you get narrative control, and I now have 9 dice.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Jeez. Remember, we had 10 dice. Those were the days.
Yeah. Okay, so Rena, using her flashlight as kind of a weapon, does manage to, A, get the kid to let go of, well, okay, no. She gets out of the pile, the kid's still attached to her back, not letting go, and she breaks for the door to the break room. And at the last moment, she finally manages to dislodge the kid, but his nails have grown so long through his spacesuit and punctures hers. As she reaches the door, dislodges him,
Oh, no.
but her suit now has a puncture.
Something might have gotten in.
But she gets through the door, no kid, nothing following her, locks it.
So you have been got, officially.
The question is it the typical I'm gonna hide it reaction?
Look, we're having a good time with sci-fi tropes today.
Yeah.
Everyone, I highly recommend you go online and buy 10 candles.
Yes, no,
This is
definitely.
That should just be in the audio of the podcast. This is a blast. Like, I'm having a really good
Yeah,
time.
this is really, really good. Everybody that hasn't played 10 Candles yet, go buy 10 Candles.
I heard it's even cooler in person because you get to physically put out candles,
Yeah.
and you put all the dice in a
your
little.
traits.
That's cool.
Let's stick with Lisa and Rena. What are you all going to do?
I look at Rena and I say, I'm not going to make it to go to the ship. I'm going to destroy the space. You can still go to the ship. You have the map. You know how to, I can tell you how to open the doors. None of this is going to matter if those things wind up being on that ship. And given how many of them we just saw, I am inclined to think that there are a lot.
I don't think I'm gonna make it. And at this point, she'll raise her arm and show him the tear in her suit. And there's just one jagged red line on her elbow. It's not too deep, it's not bleeding heavily. I don't know how it spreads, but I'll help you.
Do you want to go nuclear on this base with me then?
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
I kind of put my hand up to do a fist bump.
Yeah.
Given my knowledge of the ship, not the ship, of the base. I'm sorry I keep saying ship, it's because I keep thinking of Alien Isolation, and I shouldn't.
It's giving those vibes.
There has to be some kind of reactor core or some kind of really big thing powering this entire station that we could override.
Yeah, that makes logical sense. Do you want to roll to see if you can remember where it is? Or how to get there? Or do we want to wait until you're on your way there to go and nuke the station?
What do you mean? Just start going and then we'll see if we get there?
Is there anything else you want to do in this stream before you go nuclear?
Arena's gonna find a roll of duct tape or something to patch the hole in her suit. Won't do much if I'm infected, but it'll...
Yeah,
We haven't established if there is any, so you're gonna have to roll.
Fuck.
We just know there's snacks.
I'm gonna look for it. 3 dice.
Woo!
Yeah.
I don't even want to...
You failed to roll.
Yeah. And my brink is so specific, it does not apply. Technically, I've already done that once.
Yeah.
I'll explain my brink a little later, but now that I'm separated from people, it's kind of not as usable. Which I suppose will only be bad things for me in the future.
Yeah. So, we have 5 candles left. It is time to establish more truths. The world is dark.
I'm having a great run. I think there's way more of them outside of the base and crawling alongside of it than there are. Well, I mean, they're everywhere, but there's way more than I think I initially estimated outside.
it could be very difficult, but there is a remote access to the reactor core that I could get, but it's very hard to get into the system and do that.
That makes sense. You don't want just any random person getting in.
Rena is not actually infected. I don't like that look.
They are more interested in the shuttle than the reactor core.
The rover goes very fast, but it doesn't have great brakes.
And the final truth is the world is dark.
We're still alive.
Still alive.
Woo!
Despite my best efforts.
As you're looking around for duct tape, you don't find anything. It looks like this was all cleared out, and you can hear there's banging on the door. They are close. You also catch the sound of someone entering codes into the keypad.
Oh.
Oh, they're that intelligent.
I'm overriding this. Nah. They're not getting through.
Roll for it. Roll for
We're
it.
back to 5 dice.
Woo!
Yeah.
Big money, no whammies. Let's go.
Yes!
Hey, yeah!
Yeah. Narrate it.
So, as we hear that, I say, oh, fuck that. And then I pull out the manual monitor right beside the door, usually for, technicians, and I start furiously tapping on the keyboard, and then I press enter, and then you hear this very distorted, barely operational voice say, lockdown in the... And then, because it doesn't finish the sentence, because the whole station is dying. So... it's bought us some time, but not a lot of time, because we know that they can just physically break through if they really want to. But they can't use this base against me.
I will add, there's also, you hear banging from what sounds like the ceiling.
No.
I take Rita's hand and I'm like, we should go to the reactor core, and I move out of the room in that direction. Rena, do you go with me? Sorry, I railroaded you into that. Sorry.
Yeah. I just hope our pathway has air.
Give me the roll.
Alright. While they're doing that, I'm gonna floor it to try to reach the hangar as fast as possible.
What's your roll?
And then I roll an extra dice with my hope, right?
Yes.
My hope is a 1. Do I lose it?
The only way you can lose hope is if you burn your brink and you fail, but I do now have another dice, I think.
Okay, so you get another dice, but I do succeed with a 6.
Yes. And you have narrative control.
Ooh, I really
What
was worried you were gonna make me crash my rover. I, floor it. The brakes aren't very good, but I'm just trying to get towards the security outposts near the actual hangar to maybe grab something to hold off a few of them while I actually get the ship started. I think I make it into the security hangar and I jump out of the rover. And I'm basically trying to open the door to get in there, and then we'll come back to me later.
So we'll pause as you are at the door. Shan, and have you rolled yet?
I will roll now.
As you were underway to the core?
Yeah. I succeeded, but we also lost a die.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to embrace your brink for that?
I just turn around, I slap Rena. I'm like, God darn it. No, I don't think so. I think it makes... I feel like I'm too focused right now to suddenly have a panic attack and do something like that, so I don't think so.
Okay. So you succeed, but I get to narrate.
No!
Yeah.
No, it's worse.
As you are running, you hear more like thudding on doors. Let us in, let us in. And it's just... Some of them are starting to whisper your name. They are everywhere. You don't know how they spread so quickly, but they are everywhere. And you get the feeling they know what you're trying to do. And they're coming for you.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
But you are able to get to the reactor core.
Okay.
Please tell me there's another suit here.
To make things interesting, there is no air in this room.
Shit.
Oh, and your suit's cracked and you didn't grab the suit repair kit in the snack room.
I forgot we had established that.
Yeah, the cannon I established.
Then it looks like, either way, this is going to be my last hurrah.
It's just
I mean, you could try again to find duct tape.
it's true.
Oh yeah, because this would be like a maintenance
Duct tape
area.
or another suit, a patch kit, something.
Right, something you can use.
Can I just see as we enter this room if there's one that can fix both mine and Rena's suit?
Y'all didn't stay in the break room long enough to find the patch kit that was in there.
Nah.
Yeah, people do be rushing.
And I failed my search. So.
Whoever wants to roll to see if you can find something with which to fix your suits, or if there's replacement suits.
Do you want me to grab this or do you want to?
I'll do it.
I believe in you. We're down to 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got it. It's fine. This is fine. We're fine.
You shouldn't believe in me.
I believe in you wholeheartedly.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I didn't get a
Bummer.
success.
No!
Why did I believe in you?
Man, my brink really does not help in any of these situations.
Interesting.
Because it would not help me find anything, even if I rerolled.
That's true. We should...
I feel like, couldn't you still be on your brink and still do something? Like, couldn't you
Yeah,
still...
like...
My brink is very specific.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I could argue that it's in the same spirit of your brink, wanting there to be survivors.
That's my hope.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, not quite. You might be getting close, but not quite.
Technically, I've done that once.
Uh-oh.
True, but we forgot to have you embrace it, so...
Well, I didn't need to embrace it because I succeeded.
True. So, another light goes out, and it's time for some truths. And the first one being that the world is dark.
The security room, some of them are already in it.
I will save Rena before I save myself.
We're kind of at an impasse here, aren't we?
Yeah. No, you're not gonna die. I am. No, you're not gonna die. I am.
I mean, we're both gonna die, but like...
Giving somebody a savior complex, very funny and good.
She's starting to lose hope.
Oh no.
I mean, our plan is a suicide pact, basically.
Yeah. There's been some changes.
But now she's starting to believe that they're not even going to succeed at that.
While there is no air, there is a lot of light around the reactor room.
Truly, we love to see it.
There is...
And that's
the
that's
last
it,
one.
We had
Oh
four.
no! I was gonna give myself something nice.
The world is dark.
But we're still alive.
We're still alive.
Woo!
I have a question.
Yes.
So, my hope is I get hope whenever I fix something. Have I fixed anything technically, or have I just hacked into things?
You overrided that door. That's a fix, sort of.
You did prevent somebody from breaking into a door. So, yeah.
Cool. I just wanted to make
You-
sure.
Yeah, so, but there is a role that has to go with.
Yeah.
When a character's ready to live their moment, a conflict role is required. Or you could try and fix something.
I think that's just going to be this reactor roll, isn't it?
True, yeah. So, give me the roll to see if hope is inspired.
And it's 4, right?
You're at 4.
Okay.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
If hope is lost. Oh no. Oh,
So this is after a brink?
Well, you can embrace your brink again. I think you got to keep your brink, right?
Yeah, my brink is still
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my brink... I don't know how my brink could... So basically, as I'm trying to get this reactor working, it doesn't. So it's just not happening, and I can hear their voices all around and everything.
Let us in. Let us in.
So I'm just like
Mm.
banging, and I'm so mad, and I'm so frustrated, and
Mm. The vibes are real bad on these boys.
I am embracing my brink, and I am going to start screaming about how everything is incredibly hopeless, and then, Rena, if you're close to me at all, I push you really, really hard backwards. Like, up against the wall to the point where you slam into it.
There's no air, so there's probably not a lot of gravity, so that's probably
no.
a really weird sensation.
Yeah.
Reroll.
Alright. Rerolling. Oh, good God.
You reroll all your dice
Oh, I reroll all
when
of
you
them!
embrace your brink.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yes.
You only reroll the ones when you burn your traits.
Alright!
Hey.
You succeed.
Woo!
I get another dice.
No!
What are you at now? Like 12?
12.
Yeah. And so you're basically trying to trigger a meltdown, right?
I'm trying to trigger like a meltdown lockdown situation so that nothing, because I feel like if it's a meltdown that, well, I don't know. I can't make that decision. I want to make sure that this place explodes and that nothing is able to leave the moon.
We want Michael Bay to be jealous.
Okay. I'm actually going to say that, like, as you find blind rage, panic, push Rena, she flies back and slams into something, and immediately alarms and sirens start going off.
Oh no.
The reactor has started going into meltdown, but the lights start failing.
Oh no.
You aren't sure how long you have, or if they know how to stop this. And with that, we're going to pan over to Connor trying to break into the security room.
Alright, yeah, I pop the door open and one of them is already inside.
I think you have to roll to get through the door. You don't know that they're inside yet.
To get through the door? Oh, I thought I established that with my truth that there was one inside.
Oh, you established that there's one inside. You haven't rolled to see if you could actually get into the locked security room.
Oh boy, we lost one already, right? So we're down to 4?
Yep. We're down to 3.
We're down to
3.
Okay.
Started with 4.
Alright, I'm gonna say that the furthest right dice is my hope dice on the roll. Which is good, because I just got a success.
Hooray! So you are able to open the door. Now
Yeah.
who gets narrative control? You.
Oh.
Wow.
Alright. I swing the door open like it's like an airlock situation. So there's no going back out. I just have to get through the security room into the actual ship room. And as soon as the airlock opens with a hiss, there's already one of them is in there, and there's a flare gun on the table. So I'm gonna basically try to scramble to get past this thing and grab the flare gun. Is that another roll?
Yes.
Alright. The 5 is still success, so furthest right is my hope dice.
Okay.
So let's
yeah,
see who gets
you-
control.
You succeed, and tell me what happens.
Ah, gosh. Oh, and I keep narrative control. I'm just gonna grab it, and as it turns around and like swipes at me, it is going to cut into my suit. Unclear if I am infected or not. We'll see if the truths reveal that. But I stumble into the hallway leading into the hangar, and just keep on going. I'll basically get to the door that leads into the hangar for the ship. And I see the warning lights start to flash.
Yeah, there is kind of a garbled announcement that the reactor is going into meltdown.
Sure
You can do
is.
with that what you will.
That's fine. All this priceless research lost to time.
Also, who knows how many people?
Oh yeah, that too. All those people to test all the projects on, they're all dead.
Out of the 3 of us, Connor's the one that gets on the ship and starts blasting towards Earth. I'm gonna be so mad.
You two chose to stay behind and blow everything up.
Yeah, well,
Capitalism wins again, baby!
You're able to get into the hangar.
Alright. Do we want to pivot back, or...
I want to see.
Oh, you want something bad to happen to me, I see.
Is there a door locked at the end? Do you have a locked door to get through, or?
Yeah, there's another locked door, so I can roll again. Oh no! Wait, that last one's a 5, so you do get narrative... Well, you can roll for narrative control, but I do have 1 success.
Yep, I get to narrate.
Oh boy.
So you were able to admin override the door. You see the shuttle. It's an emergency shuttle, so power's already been diverted to it. You know how to turn it on, but there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them in here.
Oh no.
There is a way for you to get to the shuttle if you keep running.
Yeah, and I did grab a flare gun, so, that can go horribly wrong, but I do have something.
And I don't think they've noticed you yet. They're too
Ooh.
distracted by the flashing lights and the klaxons. You see them, several of them jumping and shying away from the wall, and just everything about how they move is just uncanny valley. Everything in this room feels wrong.
Cool. I'm gonna run into the room full of wrong to try to get to the ship, and I'm gonna run at it. Oh no. That's not good. I don't have anything left to burn, and there's no one around for me to brink with because my brink is specifically tied to other people. So that's gonna be failure.
If it's related to leaving other people behind,
No. No, that would be too easy. Mine has to do with my ego, and the ego is functionally pointless when it's just you.
True. Well, another candle goes out.
So close.
And it is time for a few more truths.
So
because
close.
The world is dark.
I'll say that some of them have already gotten into the ship's cargo containers. And I don't know that.
Even if this place blows up, we don't know if the explosion actually kills them.
Don't.
Connor is infected.
Yeah!
As you get closer to the shuttle, you see the door shuts.
It's fine. It's fine.
And you just hear the voices in your head. Why would you want to leave? You can have everything you ever wanted.
I would love
Let
to
us
leave.
in.
No.
Let us in.
No.
But
Please let me leave.
do you know there is a way to get the door to open?
Hmm?
You do still have the chance as you're standing in front of the door to potentially override and get in the ship and get it off planet.
Okay. There's a way to override the ship. There's a chance.
Yeah, but you have been slowed down.
That's great. That's fine. It's fine.
I think now we are going to pan back to in the reactor room.
Is there a way to do long-term communication from this base to Earth? Like, could I send something if I wanted to?
Earth has not responded to messages since before they arrived.
Okay.
Cool.
You can try if you want to look around and see if you can find a way to communicate.
Yeah, I just want to send out a transmission, not necessarily to the people who run the space, but to anything that can pick it up, so that there is some kind of hope that whatever happens here, people know about it. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do for in my last few moments.
Give me the roll to see if you can find a way to long distance broadcast.
Oh, do I have a hope die?
Yes, so you do have your hope. You had to burn your brain to get your hope, but you have your hope.
Okay.
He didn't burn it, he embraced it.
Braced it.
So then how many die is that in total? Because we just did
3 plus a hope die.
3 plus a hope die. Okay, so then same thing as with Connor, the one to the farthest right is my hope die. Unless it's bad. Yeah, well, it's bad. Can we say that the die after the 2 is my hope die?
No.
Rip.
You are unable to find any form of external communications.
Woo!
And another
And
candle
the lights
goes
are
out.
starting to... Yeah, another candle goes out. The world is dark.
The ship was never going to start anyway. It was set to completely lock down in case of containment breach. So I got betrayed by my bosses.
Lisa had a family. A husband, a wife, and 4 kids.
No.
Is that what Lisa's thinking about right now?
He
The world is dark.
We're still alive. Woo.
And as you're sitting here thinking about your family, as you try frantically to find some way to get a message out, the lights start going out in the reactor room. And they are starting to come in. Rena, what are you doing?
Shining our flashlight at the fucking door to keep those things out.
Give me the roll.
I don't wanna.
3 dice.
I
No,
don't
you have
wanna.
2 dice.
I don't wanna.
Nope. But I can embrace my brink here.
Okay.
So, and there's no air in here anyway, so I'm on limited. My time clock is ticking.
The flashlight does die as you're attempting to swing it towards them.
Yeah.
It's starting to flicker and die.
So
Boy.
she looks at Lisa, make sure that goes off, and she's gonna head for the door and throw herself at them to keep them at bay for a moment. just a moment longer to make sure the base melts down.
Reroll.
Yeah, let's see if I lose all hope right now. Okay.
Oh, no.
You haven't had a chance to embrace your hope yet, have you?
Nope.
The brink is burned. The candle's darkened. And all hope is lost. As you slam into them, they don't budge.
Oh.
They don't move and they start pushing past you, and another light has gone out. We have one candle left.
Last stand time!
Woo! Alright.
The world is dark.
Still alive. Sort of. 2/3.
The last one.
Very last one. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Make it a good one.
The reactor.
The reactor is set to blow. That will happen.
The world is dark.
We're still alive?
We're
We're still alive?
We're still-
Question mark?
not for
There's a
long.
mystery
We're
mark
still
with that
alive.
one. Yeah.
As we see Rena plunging pointlessly into the sea of them as they push through and start making their way towards Lisa. We pan back to Connor. What are you going to do? Are you going to try and get it into the ship, or are you going to try and do something else?
I don't know that the ship is sabotaged, so
Yeah, you
I'm
have
surrounded.
no idea.
Yeah, and that there's creatures in the hull anyway, so even though I'm surrounded, I'm gonna I'll fire the flare gun to try to make myself an opening.
Give me the roll, see if it works.
Here goes nothing. Oh,
Ugh.
yeah. I guess I have to push myself to the brink. I curse at no one in particular because everyone left, but just the idea that I kept trying to tell everyone to do things my way, nobody would listen to me. We took that kid, and that was a mistake. And I'm gonna try to push past myself a little bit. Still not enough, because the second dice is my hope dice. So I lose hope.
Yeah, you lose hope, and the last candle goes out. As you try to open the door, they just surround you. And you hear the voices echoing in your head, let me in, let me in. And you do. Meanwhile, down in the reactor, Rena, they're starting to push past you towards Lisa. Lisa, what do you do?
I stand up. I make my way to the reactor monitor. It's gonna blow any second at this point. So I just look at them all and I say, my name is Lisa Monaghan. I have 4 incredible children, 2 incredible spouses, and you're not going to fucking touch them.
As you say that, the reactor blows.
My name is Lisa Mohagan. I thought that this would be just another job. I thought I'd do my time and just head back to my family with some money in my pocket. But now it looks like that's definitely not happening. To whoever's listening, if by some miracle anyone from my family is listening, I did my best. We did our best. I just hope that we beat the bastards.
To anyone, to everyone still out there, I beg of you, you must keep one thing in mind. You are not alone. There are others out there. And so long as one of us still remains, they have not won. They will not win. So stay in the light and keep fighting.
As the explosion happens, there's still a little bit of Connor left as they take over him.
This might be all for nothing. Given what I have learned about the anomaly before it escaped, the likelihood of survival is low. Even less so with the kinds of people I've ended up trapped in this room with, and the ones that I will likely have to try to escape with. It looks like the main concern right now is going to be getting onto that rocket ship and getting out of here. If that means leaving them behind, I'd be happy to do it. There's multiple things that they can't know. They can't know how the anomaly got out. They can't know that we meant to find it and keep it and understand them. But more than anything, they can't know exactly how expendable they are. I'm going to get going, making sure these two don't bleed too much, as it were. And there's one I do have to keep an eye on. It looks like she's a bit of a bleeding heart. We'll see how things work out. Signing off.
The top is blown off of the hangar you were in, and you can see the sky, and you can see Earth, or what may once have been Earth is nothing but darkness.
Oh, we already lost.
Because the world is dark, and that is our game. As another world falls to the in-between. Thank you for joining us for this 10 Candles one-shot. Special thanks to Ian, Ava, and Shan for joining the table and telling such a fantastic story. If you're interested in running this game at your own table, I have included a link in the show notes where you can buy it because it is fabulous and you should buy it. There's so many fun modules and you just go buy it. A quick note about the story of Tempest Multi. Well, yes, this does show what happens when the in-between consumes a world. We have more story to tell, and while the first chapter may be over, there's still more to come. If you join us on October 5th for the start of Season 2, which is going to be a fabulous tale. Until then, stay safe and beware of the anomalies.